One thing about live news shows is you never quite know what could go down. For one news anchor in New York recently, the thing that ended up going down was her right to the floor on live television. So, what happened with this recent situation and what are people saying about it? Live news can take a turn at any moment. One thing about live news shows is when they are not pre-recorded, anything can happen. This is even true for unexpected occurrences, which at times happen right in the middle of a live broadcast. This is exactly what happened recently for one news anchor in New York, and it has created quite the viral moment online. Often, guests on live shows invite the news anchors to participate in various activities. Sometimes this means interacting with animals, or getting up and trying something physical. Based on the latest updates making the rounds, one co-anchor got more than she bargained for when she attempted to execute a move on live television. Brooklyn Bridge, New York. New York news anchor hits the floor on live TV. In recent scenes, Good Day New York host Rosanna Scotto got more than she bargained for. Trainer and MTV celebrity Kenny Santucci was a guest on the show, and he encouraged the host to try an exercise move while the cameras were rolling. While Scotto was a good sport about being willing to try this move, it backfired on her rather quickly. She did some pull-ups on a pull-up bar with some assistance from Kenny. However, when she got down from the bar, she ended up falling flat on her face and onto the floor. While Rosanna Scotto eventually shook it off, there was a tense split second where neither Santucci nor her co-host was sure if she was genuinely okay or not. Of course, with clips like these making the rounds, it's generating a lot of comments and conversation from people, and many chimed in with a lot to say. One commenter said, "I'm sorry, but the way she fell is sending me." A second commenter chimed in, adding, "I think Kenny saw his career flash before his eyes after the host's question about insurance." Another person said, "Only Kenny would throw a woman on the floor and then blame them." What do you think about what happened during this recent segment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. In the high-stakes world of live television, the mantra "anything can happen" is both the thrill and the terror for every broadcaster. Scripts can be thrown out, technology can fail, and guests can deliver the unexpected. But for Rosanna Scotto, veteran co-anchor of Fox 5 NY's Good Day New York, the most unpredictable element in her recent broadcast wasn't a rogue teleprompter or a breaking news alert. It was a simple exercise bar and a moment of on-air enthusiasm that sent her tumbling to the studio floor, creating a viral moment that has captivated and concerned viewers in equal measure. The segment began like many other light-hearted morning show features. The guest was Kenny Santucci, a charismatic personal trainer and MTV personality known for his high-energy fitness routines. The premise was familiar: introduce the audience to a quick, effective workout. Santucci, brimming with the infectious energy typical of his profession, brought a portable pull-up bar into the studio. After demonstrating a few moves himself, the natural progression was to invite the host to participate. Rosanna Scotto, a beloved and long-standing figure on New York morning television, proved to be a willing participant, embodying the good sport attitude essential for daytime TV. The plan was for Scotto to attempt an assisted pull-up. With Santucci spotting her, she gripped the bar and successfully completed the motion. It was upon the descent, however, that the carefully choreographed segment devolved into chaos. As Scotto released her grip and dropped from the bar, her footing failed her. In a heart-stopping split second, the seasoned anchor pitched forward, falling flat on her face and chest before collapsing onto the studio floor. The thud was audible, and the studio's atmosphere shifted from jovial to tense in an instant. A palpable silence, albeit brief, hung in the air. Co-host Curtis Sliwa, seated at the desk, and Santucci, standing just feet away, were frozen for a moment, their faces etched with a mixture of shock and alarm. Santucci's initial reaction was one of pure, unvarnished panic, a look that countless viewers would later meme and comment on, noting that he seemed to be seeing his career flash before his eyes. He and Sliwa quickly moved to Scotto's aid, helping the stunned anchor back to her feet. To her immense credit, Rosanna Scotto's professionalism shone through immediately. After a moment to collect herself, she brushed off the fall with a laugh, albeit a slightly shaken one. I'm okay," she assured her colleagues and the audience, returning to her seat with a smile. She even managed to crack a joke, turning to Santucci and asking, "You have insurance, right?" The question, a perfect blend of New York wit and genuine post-fall anxiety, broke the tension in the studio and would become a central soundbite in the clip's journey across the internet. But while the broadcast moved on, the digital world was just getting started. Clips of the fall were quickly edited, shared, and began racking up millions of views across platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. The viral moment sparked a torrent of comments, creating a microcosm of internet reaction culture. The response was multifaceted. A significant portion of the audience reacted with pure, unadulterated humor, finding the sheer unpredictability and physical comedy of the moment irresistible. "I'm sorry, but the way she fell is sending me," wrote one user, capturing the sentiment of many who couldn't help but laugh at the abrupt faceplant. Others focused on Santucci's horrified expression, with one commenter noting, "I think Kenny saw his career flash before his eyes after the host's question about insurance." However, another segment of viewers reacted with concern and criticism. They questioned the safety protocols of the segment and placed responsibility on the fitness professional. What was the spotter doing? His job was to ensure her safe landing, argued one concerned viewer. Another comment took a more pointed tone. Only Kenny would throw a woman on the floor and then blame them, highlighting a perception that the trainer was at fault. This sparked smaller debates within comment sections about personal responsibility versus professional duty in such impromptu physical demonstrations. Beyond the immediate reactions, the incident raises broader questions about the nature of live entertainment and the pressures on television personalities. Morning news shows constantly walk a tightrope between serious journalism and entertaining, lifestyle-focused content. Segments involving fitness challenges, animal interactions, or culinary experiments are staples because they are engaging, but they carry inherent risks. Anchors like Scotto are expected to be game for almost anything, transitioning seamlessly from interviewing a city official to attempting a CrossFit move, all while maintaining perfect composure. Scotto's fall is a stark reminder of the physical demands that can sometimes lurk beneath the surface of a seemingly straightforward talk show. In the days following the incident, both Scotto and Santucci have addressed the fall, further fueling the news cycle. Santucci took to social media to express his relief that Scotto was okay and to praise her for being such a sport, while also defending his training methods. Scotto, embodying the resilience New Yorkers are known for, has laughed about the incident in subsequent broadcasts, assuring everyone she is fine and even joking about her newfound viral fame. Her ability to shrug off a potentially embarrassing and painful moment has only deepened the affection her audience holds for her. The story of Rosanna Scotto's tumble is more than just a fleeting viral clip. It's a perfect case study in modern media. It encapsulates the unpredictable drama of live TV, the instantaneous and multifaceted reaction of the digital crowd, and the enduring expectation for public figures to handle unexpected crises with grace and humor. It serves as a reminder that in the quest for engaging content, sometimes the biggest headlines are made not by what is said, but by what unexpectedly and quite literally falls down.